Issue 7. Let's get started. Maybe it's because of the adrenaline, but the flight itself seems short. Before long, I hear the thrusters grow quieter and I feel myself being pulled into a slow descent.
This is it. Hang on.
I hear the sound of some kind of hatch opening as we slow even further, floating gently downward until at last I hear the clank of Nova's boots and feel solid ground beneath my own.
Told you I had you.
And with that, she lets me go. Yo! It's the bookshelves she was talking about. Remember she was telling us about bookshelves in her room.
Oh, yee.
I stumble forward on wobbly legs as they remember how to stand, and squint to adjust to my new surroundings. It's bright, thanks to the large skylights, one of which slides close above us. Guess that's how we enter. All that light and the large open floor plan sits in stark contrast to the cramped, dark halls of Lord Bedlam's lair. I'd almost go so far as to call it luxurious, if half of it weren't covered in equipment and coffee cups.
Nice place. Very fancy for a backup workshop.
Thanks! The location really sucks if you can't fly, so I got a pretty good deal on it. But it's actually more of a live-work type of situation.
Oh, yeah. I see that.
Yeah, with all the coffee cups. Nice couch though. Spare helmet back there, I think. I sidestep a stray bit of circuitry that's fallen off the nearby coffee table. Seems more like a work situation to me, but I can't really talk.
And there's nothing backup about it. This is the workshop. Everything that Shiny Nova is and will be runs through here.
Ah. I guess I just figured you had a bunch of safe houses and villas all across the world. Seemed on brand, you know?
If I've got even one villa, that'd be news to me. I know I always make those which superhero is secretly a billionaire blogs, but this is a whole operation.
Well, regardless, it's a lot nicer than what I'm used to. No question there. Sometimes I forget that normal homes have windows.
Yeah, brother's been living in a mountain. Brother
When are we
sees...
gonna get a kiss scene?
Hopefully soon. But yeah, brother lives in a mountain. He doesn't see light except like twice a week. He's just like a gamer. Oh my god.
Not true.
No kidding. I was only in that lair for a
I don't
few
think he's
days, and I
ever
feel like I
touched
have a
grass
vitamin
until he met
deficiency.
Kate.
Speaking of which,
Wait a minute. I hear unseen bits of Nova's armor twist and click into place. Moments later, the suit cracks open and she steps out like she's emerging from a high-tech cocoon.
There we go. Felt great to be in my second skin again, but I'm gonna take in the sunlight while I
Second
can.
skin.
Even engineers need it every once in a while.
Okay.
In fact, I think I'm gonna go change out of this too. No need to be Kate anymore. You good on your own for a while?
Oh wait, we're gonna have to remember a third name, her real name. Son of a...
Yeah,
Fuck,
sure.
I forgot what
I'll
her
just
other name
entertain
was.
myself by pressing
I don't think
buttons
we
and
know
touching
her
the
real
most
name.
dangerous-looking equipment while you're gone. You don't mind, do you?
I'll have to ask my roommate. Kepler 1604, activate Watchtower Protocol. Target zone Alpha.
Oh god, suddenly Nova's armor snaps closed and it stands straight, eyes glowing with purpose. I raise my hands and take a step back.
Joking.
Bro,
joking.
she's Iron
I'll
Man.
be good.
I was about to say, Jarvis, activate shield protocol.
Yeah, I know. It's for your protection more than anything. I don't think we were followed, but better safe than sorry.
True, I am literally a
I'm gonna take a guess and say that her name is Tony Stark.
I don't think that's gonna be her name. Just a hunch. But I don't agree. You could be right though.
Seriously, relax. I'll be back in a few, okay?
She winks, ooh, and turns lightly on her heel. Already she's pulled off one of her gloves and promptly tosses it over her shoulder. Out of reflex, I catch it before it hits me in the chest.
You did a good thing today, Stan. Try to enjoy it a little.
Ooh. I watch as Nova disappears through a nearby doorway, my gaze lingering for just a moment before turning the glove I'm holding. I guess that's the last time I'll see Kate, isn't it? I turn the glove over my head, contemplating... I turn the glove over in my hand, contemplating what this means until movement catches my attention. It's Shiny Nova's now empty suit staring back at me with hollow eyes.
Hey.
Hey. The suit does nothing.
You don't talk, do you? Maybe with a funky accent?
Oh my god, like a British one? The suit says nothing.
That's a shame. I'd have given you an accent. Something you wouldn't expect, though, like Yiddish or Canadian. British computers are played out. Know what I mean?
That's pretty true.
Oh
I
my
can do that.
god, they knew people were gonna make jokes like that.
Oh yeah. The suit does not. The suit does not know what I mean. Does he know? No. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. My cat is currently trying to like eat my hair. I have.
Hair.
This is awful. I don't know what she's doing. Stop.
She's just trying to clean you, bro.
I
Trying
know.
to make sure you're nice and clean.
She's trying to eat me.
Meow.
What the hell? I'm sorry. I will try to put a comprehensive picture in the chat, but it's so difficult. She's behind me. And I can't. This is awful. What is she doing?
I'm sure she's just trying to make sure you're nice, clean.
She's being so weird.
She just being a mama kitty.
No, she's being weird.
Whatever, dude. I've got a vision, okay? You'll see.
Oh, dude, I can't wait for Jarvis 2 to be stereotypically Canadian. Oh, sorry there, Tony. With care, I set the discarded glove aside and take a good look around the room. Might as well explore a little. Where to start? Okay, still, I can't. Okay,
That
Stella?
sounded more like a really bad Irish accent than
No, it was like-
Canadian.
That was more like Minnesotan, but that's just... Minnesota is just straight up the Canada of the United States. Specifically North America. Us.
That did not sound Canadian.
Okay, well... Excuse me! Sorry, I'm not Canadian. Alright, where do we start? we have to go... Okay, workstation's gonna have nerd stuff. Home gym. I mean, that... She probably uses that. But the
Yeah,
living...
what are we gonna find in her living area, bro?
True. I give the living area once over. Compared to the work situation, it's a lot more condensed. That is if you even count it as a separate space, considering all the tools and parts that have invaded it. The coffee table is like another desk, and some armor components have even migrated to the bookshelves. There, at least, I find a hint of recreation, courtesy of the novels tucked between dense scientific treatises. There's a lone plant, too, remarkably healthy despite Nova's absence. I can see why. There's a homemade self-watering device tucked in the soil. So this is how a top 20 hero lives, huh? Working out of a one-bedroom apartment like they've been trying to launch a startup for 5 years, and those investors are right around the corner? For real this time! Like I said, it's a big upgrade from my old hole in the ground, but I expected something more glamorous from someone who rubs shoulders with the global superhero pantheon. Maybe that's just how Nova is. As my attention wanders, I pick up one of the many discarded coffee cups and examine the name that's written on the side. Nobody. What? I
Bruh,
snort.
I can't believe she's a nobody from
Oh my god,
Kingdom
from the hit
Hearts?
movie Nobody? I snort. Okay, Ulysses is too paranoid to give your name to the barista. I suppose an apartment like this tracks there, but even so. Suddenly the Nova suit starts beeping as it turns toward one of the windows. A proximity alert? I sit down the coffee cup and follow the suit's gaze just in time to an all too familiar sight. Oh,
Uh-oh.
shit.
Hey, Galileo! What are you suited up for? Did you make a pit stop on the way back or something? Thought for sure you'd beat me here.
When the suit doesn't respond, Dynamo taps on its helmet and peers into the visor. With her attention occupied, I try to scoot behind one of the pillars.
Not in there, huh? Jesus, don't tell me she's having this thing
Hey,
stand
Soki.
guard when she uses the bathroom. It's not like anyone could even figure out that this place exists, much less break.
Suddenly, Dynamo goes rigid and spins in my direction, cape whirling. I freeze mid-step and slowly raise a hand in greeting, hoping that my nervous smile comes across more casually than it feels. Soki, this is Henchman Story. This is a story where you are a henchman to a supervillain, Lord Bedlam. However, we have decided to gain some lady friends instead. We decided to get a girlfriend, and so we abandoned our
Do
villain.
you think we could romance this lady right here too? This
I
like,
don't know.
all for one. Or
Like-
one for all knockoff lady from she literally looks like
Selkie
Nana
says
from-
that
from
she likes
Amazing-
powerful women. Amen, Selkie. Let's go.
same girl, same powerful women. Where's that?
Well, see, Selkie, here's the thing. I don't know if this actually has, like, a dating sim in it. It could very well. It could not. I don't know. But we're gonna find out.
Hey again.
Hey. Hey, girl. Okay. This is a funny callback. However, she's probably gonna beat the hell out of us for it. She doesn't know who Dave is, and I feel like this is the correct answer. Right, Gowrie?
Yeah.
Alright.
He doesn't talk. I already tried. I know. I was disappointed too.
I know the armor doesn't talk, smartass. I'm more familiar with it than almost anyone.
Okay, well, excuse me. I was just trying to be funny.
But you shouldn't be. What the hell are you doing here, Sunshine? And where's Nova?
A true Selkie.
Why do you think? I was invited. Funny story, actually.
No, wait, she's not gonna believe it. Ow! Before I can finish, Dynamo bursts forward. One moment we're talking, and the next my legs are dangling in the air, and Dynamo has me pinned against a pillar with one arm. Selkie! Selkie, you're getting what you wait for.
Oh, mommy.
Mommy, sorry, mommy,
No jokes, no bullshit. This isn't a bag of kibble. This is my friend.
well, she's my friend too.
Where is she?
She's like in the back. She presses me harder into the pillar, and I wave my arms above my head, trying to signal my surrender.
Holy shit, lady! I'm trying to tell you, she's fine! She's the one who brought me here!
I told you no more bullshit.
I swear to God. She raises me further off the ground. Crap, she's not gonna buy a word I say. Crap, crap, crap.
One last time. Where is she?
Right here, Dynamo. Now put the dork down.
Jesus Christ, lady. Dynamo lets me slip to the floor unceremoniously as she whirls around. I catch a face full of capes. I stumble to find my footing. Luckily, Nova is there to steady me before I fall on my ass. Also, agreed,
Kate's
Carrie?
got some nice arms right there.
Jesus.
Just want to say.
Christ, I can't leave either of you alone, can I? And you!
She turns to the empty Nova suit and throws her hands out in dismay.
You were supposed to be keeping an eye out. Are you really gonna make me review the Watchtower Protocol Code again? Come on, man.
Come on, man. The suit says nothing.
You should really give that thing a voice. I have a few accents in mind.
Later, Stan.
Okay. I'll just write them down or something.
Good idea, Stan.
Sorry, Nova. I was just acting on instinct. You never bring anyone up here.
Yeah, well, we're the new boyfriend, okay?
I brought you, didn't I?
Oh, get wrecked.
Yo, what if we're about to have like a harem?
Cowrie. Okay, you're going on a line, Cowrie, that makes this not safe for work.
Well, yeah, we're a team. We had our own hashtag for a minute. And this guy's just some dude.
Excuse me, we're the new team.
I know you've been working undercover, and sure, Sunshine's fun to mess with, but he works for a supervillain, Nova. Madam freaking Scorpion was personally protecting him.
Worked for a supervillain, past tense. And he was willing to fight Scorpion to help.
Yeah! Dynamo hesitates and gives me a hard look before looking back to Nova.
How do you know it's not an act? Another one of her traps.
Brother, she terrifies me.
I don't, but I trust you.
And I'm just supposed to go on that? Look, you're the smartest person I know, but...
In lieu of a reply, Nova turns to me and holds out her hand, palm up. There's something in it. A name tag that reads Kate. Oh, she peeled off the name tag. That must have been hell. After a moment of hesitation, I take it. It isn't even torn. She must have removed it with care.
When I was wearing this, I was Kate. When I'm in the suit, I'm Shining Nova.
Nova, don't.
Oh, do.
But here, you can call me Victoria. Victoria Vasquez.
Let's go, Victoria! So, like, is she just Sasuke but a woman? I think her gimmick is that she's just super strong. She's like the most generic superhero ever. Super
She's
strength, super
literally
speed.
just like, what was it, Nana Shimura or whatever from My Hero Academia?
Who?
All Might's trainer, the lady that taught All Might.
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
Like that's literally her design and her character.
I'm talking powers. She's the most generic superhero ever. No offense.
Nice to meet
Girl,
you.
she definitely is. Also, she literally has the Sharingan on her fucking character, like,
Kinda
her
does.
chest right there.
Yeah, she kind of does. Okay. Stella, my cat, I don't know what's with her. She is super needy today. Alright.
I think we gotta go. Thanks for trusting me, because all
yeah.
the others seem
This is a
kind of
dick
rude.
move. This... I don't know, I just don't like it.
Nice to meet you too. And thanks for trusting me with something so important. I'm still just Stan, though, no matter where I am or what I'm wearing.
Yeah, Stan! Stan is eternal. I hold up my hand and Victoria gives it a firm, exaggerated shake, letting out a small laugh as she does. I can practically hear Miss Dynamo rolling her eyes in the background. Bro, did he just ken us? I don't know what that means.
What about what you're not wearing? That factor into it?
Ayo! Oh!
Oh,
One way to find out.
Nah, Stan's my stripper name, too. See, it's so good because they've never suspected.
Okay, that was a good one, Stan. I'll give it up.
I didn't need that image. No one needed that image.
Victoria wanted that image.
That's not what my tips say.
Yo! D doubles down the joke. Is that from the... Okay, yeah, I didn't watch the Bard movie. So I did not know what you were talking about.
But seriously,
Actually, it's kind of before the Bard movie,
I
so...
know that you wouldn't tell your real name to just anyone, as several baristas can attest to.
But I didn't watch it, but this came out first, so technically Ken did a Stan thing.
Oh, you saw that, did you?
Yeah.
You should see how she orders takeout. It's like a pizza scavenger hunt.
There's a system, and the system works. Or maybe next time you'd like to pay for all those mozzarella sticks yourself, Miss Superpowered Metabolism.
Oh, got him. Take that back. Ken is wonderful. I'm sure Ken's fine, but Stan did it first.
Hey, you leave Mama Mozzarella's signature sticks out of this. Those are sacred.
I'm kind of with Dynamo on that one. Nova, or rather, Victoria, scoffs at Dynamo's quip and shakes her head.
Well, I take it that means you're satisfied then? No more trust issues with Sunshine here?
Yeah, I'm satisfied. But you didn't have to go that far, Victoria.
Maybe not, but we can't afford any division here. The stakes are too high, and our enemy is too dangerous.
Yeah, and we're too much in love.
If we're going to stop Madam Scorpion in time, the three of us need to trust each other. We won't stand a chance. You know that as well as anyone, Dynamo.
Wait, stop Madam Scorpion? We? We as in also me?
Yep, that's the plan. Shining Nova, Miss Dynamo, and also Stan take down Madam Scorpion and Lord Bedlam. You up for it?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't have any powers.
Sure, if there's an after party. It's been a long week. I really need to unwind.
Good luck with that. Your girl here hasn't partied in years.
Oh, she'll party with me.
Sure I have. We have holiday parties at the NWHA all the time.
NWHA.
National World
World Hero
Association?
Association? That's what I'm
Northwestern
guessing.
Heroes
Northwestern
Association.
Heroes Association.
And those don't count, Victoria. You always wear your armor.
Yeah, for protection, it would be the perfect time to attack.
With all the other heroes? there?
See what I mean? Literal years.
No, just figurative dynamo years. Just because I can't keep up with your breakneck pace doesn't mean I can't party at all. I can totally party. I am a party.
Hell yeah, you are.
Well, you'll just have to prove it after we take care of business then. Once this is over, we're cutting loose and having fun. Promise?
Fine, deal. I promise
Yo,
there will
yo,
be
she's
an
blushing?
after party.
Well, let's go.
Wow. I never thought I'd see the day. I'm impressed, Sunshine. Now I'm starting to see why she brought you along.
Let's go.
Well,
Oh,
let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Before that, we need to actually stop Madame Scorpion. And before that, we need to solidify our plan of attack.
Watch this turn into like a super difficult video game. Like it goes from visual novel to like super difficult turn-based RPG.
But for now,
He's gonna pull like
take
a
a little
fucking
time to
like
recover
Fire
and get our
Emblem.
bearings,
That would be
okay?
so funny.
Recovery sounds good.
Convinced that Miss Dynamo is no longer about to pound me into dust, I lean on the pillar I'd previously been pinned to and let out a weary sigh.
Sure thing. I figured you wouldn't be executing the final phase until tomorrow, but I wanted to make sure you made it out of there all right.
I always do, don't I?
Victoria extends her closed fist and Dynamo meets it with her own in a light fist bump, then suddenly pulls the smaller woman in for a rough one-armed hug.
You thought you could get away with just that? No way.
Dynamo, come on!
Always do.
Yo.
You little shit. People
I don't
really
think
think
so.
I'm the cocky one. You know, for a second there, I was really worried that you'd gone from superhero to super no.
Dynamo!
Caught off guard, Victoria flails futilely into Dynamo's grasp, but the taller hero just ruffles Victoria's hair with her free hand before finally letting go.
Just admit it. You only hate that joke because deep down you think it's hilarious. You laughed at one time.
Oh my god, just like me for real?
Because I was delirious.
Victoria clears her throat and straightens her hair as if somehow that will make it look like that never happened.
I take it this means nothing went wrong last night.
You kidding? That was a piece
Yeah, I'm
of cake.
conflicted. Are we gonna romance
You know, Scorpion
Victoria,
would-
or is Victoria gonna
No, I'm,
romance Miss
I'm
Dynamo?
definitely going Victoria. Look, okay, I'm just saying, there did seem to be a route where, because there's like 10 different endings or something. There seemed to be a route where we could be like, I don't, like, I'm not gonna go with you, but I won't stop you. And I think because of Dave being right outside that door, we would have been pushed on a route of, I have to go with you because they don't trust me now. And I think that's when we could have gone for Miss Dynamo. Unless you want to betray Victoria. But
He was
I
playing
No,
spells and swords.
no, what I was
with
saying
us.
is,
I know.
the way they
Still
were
kind of a
hugging
fever
was
dream
like,
for me too.
bro, is Miss Dynamo and Kate gonna be together, or
Oh,
are we
who?
romancing Kate?
Who?
Victoria.
That's what I thought, yeah. No, I'm pretty sure they're just best friends.
That's putting it mildly. I can't even picture.
Because, like, as a person who has really good friends, again, I don't like to keep bests, but as a person who has really good friends, I have also done that to people. So, I have, as the 6 foot something guy, I have been the Miss Dynamo.
Victoria did the voice.
You would be the
didn't
Miss
she?
Dynamo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was way into character. It was award worthy. A little heavy on the prose though.
Whatever, you're both just jealous.
True.
Anyway, if you're all good here, then I'll head out for now. Want me to take the suit with me?
Yeah, might as well toss out a red herring. Got a couple backups online if I need them. Kepler 1604, activate dog walker protocol. Handler, Miss Dynamo.
The shiny Nova suit once again glows with life and turns attention to Dynamo. Up above, one of the skylights starts to slide open.
Got it. I'll be sure to do a few passes on the skyline to make sure we're seen. And before I forget, you can have this back too. There's a few messages, but nothing critical.
Dynamo pulls out a small silver device from her belt and tosses it lightly to Victoria, who casually snatches it out of the air. At that, the caped hero turns to leave.
See you tomorrow. Oh, and Sunshine, behave.
I don't know if we'll be behaving, if you know what I mean. I gulp and nod in affirmative as Dynamo turns her eyes upward and launches herself into the air, shooting through the skylight into the open air. The empty Nova suit follows shortly, and the skylight closes.
You know, I'm not sure who came closer to killing me today. Her or Scorpion?
True.
Scorpion, hands down. Don't let Dynamo scare you. She's just looking out for me. Honestly, I think she likes you.
Ooh.
Come on, let's eat something. I'm starving.
I've only had bologna for quite some time. Victoria walks toward a small kitchenette tucked away on the wall adjacent to the living area, and I follow. There isn't really a dining table or a bar, so I drag a nearby stool over and take a seat.
Let's see. The pasta should still be good.
Watch the pasta be moldy.
She pokes her head in the fridge and returns with a half-empty Tupperware container. Cautiously, she cracks the lid open and takes a whiff.
Nope. That's a big nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. She hastily seals the lid and stuffs it back into the fridge. What the hell?
You're leaving
Girl,
it
no,
in
just
there?
toss it. Toss it.
Well, if I toss it out, it'll stink up the garbage. And that's just a disaster that I don't have time for right now.
That's kind of fair, actually. You can also just throw out the Tupperware. Silently, I wonder if I just witnessed a supervillain origin story for evil. Sentient leftovers as Victoria pulls out a milk container. I try to look for an expiration date as stealthily as I can, but she's quick to notice.
Don't worry. It's the lactose-free stuff that expires later, so it's probably still good. You cool with cereal?
Hey, I won't complain. What are my options?
Well...
They're about to puke.
They might. With sheepish steps, Victoria walks over to a nearby cabinet and pulls it open to reveal a wall of identical blue and white cereal boxes, all with shining Nova's helmet plastered on them. She buys her own brand!
She gotta stick to that brand.
Bro!
Brand consistency, as they say.
Alright, this could go two ways. One, they gave her like a lifetime supply.
It's probably the lifetime supply or something.
Or, you gotta keep up the brand appearances, which I can't blame her for. I would probably do the same.
Here's, really just the one.
She pulls out a box and sets it on the counter next to the milk. I stare silently, blinking as if that will somehow change what I'm seeing.
Wow, you're actually feeding me cereal from a box with your face on it.
Hey, get them for free, okay?
Okay.
You don't have to have any. I'm kidding. Please eat some. Dynamo won't take any more boxes, and I'm running out of cabinet space.
All right, pour me a bowl of Hero O's? That's a misprint.
Oh, it wasn't even Heroes? Come on.
I asked the same thing when we filmed the commercial.
After a minute of searching, Victoria manages to find a pair of bowls that aren't sitting in the sink and pours us both a bowl. I take mine with mock reverence. You didn't even... You left the sink full before you left on a multiple-day journey to an undercover operation? Jesus Christ.
It's an honor to eat your sugary grain mixture, Shining Nova, ma'am.
Really regretting that I didn't let Dynamo get some shots in earlier.
That's nice. Despite her complaining, I can see her fighting to hold back a grin as she boosts herself up on the counter in place of a proper seat. Her legs dangle off the ground as she grabs her own bowl and digs in.
You know, it's not bad. There's way worse ways to make a buck.
True. Stan is a stripper after all.
Oh, they don't pay me. I mean, they pay, but money goes to the association.
Oh. She shakes her head as she swallows another bite.
Unless you're willing to do some serious money laundering, there's pretty much no way to make money on sponsorships without giving up your secret identity.
Yeah, that's fair.
So why don't you?
Well, a lot of reasons. I mean, there's the whole safety of myself and my loved ones, yada yada, you know. all the
You know,
classic stuff.
yada yada, my loved ones. She leans forward and points at me with her spoon for emphasis.
But also, once you go public, there's only 3 real paths forward. You can work for the feds, you can start wearing designer.
I thought that armor was designer.
Huh? Oh, sorry. That means you've retired from real superhero work and are just a celebrity, basically. So, you know, you can start using expensive costumes that wouldn't be practical to work in. Designer. Anyway, the third option is really only viable if you're someone like Dynamo, and that's sleeping with your mask on.
Understandable. She stops me before I can ask.
Not literally. What I mean is that both your identities merge into each other. You can still keep a secret ID, but you're legally one person doing business as your hero name. It's complicated. But like I said, that only works if you're like Dynamo, and you come packaged with powers that make you tough to intimidate, and let you operate on a lower budget. Not really an option for someone like me.
She shrugs and turns back to her cereal. I let out a grunt of acknowledgement and do the same. As I crunch my cereal and mull over explanation, I hear Victoria let out a small laugh. They didn't even tell us what kind of flavor the cereal is. I'm so upset.
Maybe
imagine
this
it's
is
like
weird to say,
Oreo
but I'm
flavor.
glad you didn't know that. It's nice to be able to flip the tables on you a little, Mr. Grizzled Veteran.
Ooh. What, Carrie?
I said maybe it's either like Oreo flavor or maybe it's like Fruit Loops.
Maybe, but like, there's nothing they really said that was.
Well, like they said Hero O's, right?
Yeah,
So,
but there's
like,
also like
I'm
Cheerios.
assuming it's like
They've got O's
ew,
for
if it's
everything.
Cheerio flavor, that would be nasty.
They've got O's for everything, Carrie. All right, it could be anything.
Honestly, I was just thinking about that. I guess neither of us really had a reason to think about how the other side's job actually worked.
I glanced around at the apartment, taking it all in.
Or maybe we just had different pictures of it in our heads.
Is that your way of asking, bitch, you live like this?
Got her.
No, it's a nice place. It just all seems like it's...
Ooh.
A lot of work.
Yeah, the mechanical stuff is a lot of work.
a lot of work.
That's putting it mildly, but yeah. And the work never really stops.
Victoria shrugs.
It's not for everyone. There were nights when I was trying to debug my armor's OS or repair a joint with scrap metal, and I just wonder, damn, why are you going through all this trouble? No one asked you to. But then I realized that's sort of the point.
True. I take a moment to mull over her words, but all I manage to offer in reply is a small before turning back to the task of devouring my cereal. It's weird. Since I found out that she was shining Nova, she's managed to seem both more and less like the armored demigod that confronts me on Wednesday. I don't know what to make of it. It doesn't take us long to finish our makeshift meal, and soon our empty bowls have joined the other discarded dishes in the sink.
You know, I just realized that's the first meal I've had that didn't come out of a vending machine or the twisted mind of Chef Antonio in at least a year.
Really? Now I feel kind of bad.
Don't. It's a vast improvement. But if you're feeling guilty, you could make it up by giving me the official tour. I scoped it out a little earlier, but it only seems fair.
True, we gave her
doesn't
a tour.
Fine.
She clears her throat and gestures around herself in all directions.
This is my workshop, gym, living room, kitchen, and office. Bathroom's over there, my bedroom's over there.
Bruh. She
Do
points
we
from...
get to go into her bedroom?
Yo? Maybe later. She points from one door to the other.
Thank you for signing up for our tour. Please remember to tip your guide.
For that? No way. You didn't give me a tip and I was tons better. Hands
That's
down.
pretty true, actually.
Debatable. They say brevity is the soul of a tour, you know. Plus, I give out party favors.
Ooh, yeah?
Oh,
As Victoria backs towards her workbench, she pulls out the silver device that Miss Dynamo tossed her earlier, and returns the gesture in my direction. Unlike her, I bobble it a bit before securing it.
What is it?
It's my NWHA communicator. I had Dynamo carry it around to make it seem like I wasn't off the grid. Can you play the messages on it for me? I have to start running some parsers on the files I got from Scorpion's supercomputer. Look for the ones that have a star by them. Those are high priority.
I thought we were resting and recovering.
We are? Relative to what we could be doing, this is very restful.
That's kind of true. I shake my head but activate the device nonetheless as Victoria hooks up a data drive to one of her computers. Yo, I bet she could run Crysis on her computer.
probably.
You know what I'm saying, Carrie? She probably run like all 3 Crysis games on her computer. I think there's 3.
She could run all Crisis games at once.
True. It's like a cross between a miniature smartphone and an old pager. And it doesn't take long to navigate to the message menu. Even though it looks like there are numerous missed calls, there are only 3 messages, all with different senders. Nightingale, Mr. Fluke, and MM Android, and none of them have the star Nova mentioned. None of them are high priority. I feel like that's something I would say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that's...
Looks like none of them are high priority.
Alright, thanks for checking. Ah, come on, isn't this thing supposed to be solid state? This should be going faster.
I turn off the communication device and set it aside as Victoria can... Okay, well, I also would have said none of these are starred, so I'm just going to play them in order. But I guess stand-in won't be like that. Set aside as Victoria continues to tap away her keyboard, grumbling to herself. Still tired, I stifle a yawn as I walk over to see what exactly she's up to. When I get a good look at her setup, it's easy to see why she's so distracted.
That's some battle station. Can you actually keep track of all 4 of those screens at once?
Oh my god. The ultimate streamer setup.
Not really. No one can, actually. Multitasking is just switching between different things really quickly.
That's also true.
The holographic screens are only running a diagnostic on Sagittarius 1868 and tracking Kepler 1604 in the background.
Okay. That's whatever you were talking about for you. She gestures from one blue holographic screen on her far left to a second on her far right. I glance at each, then stare at her blankly. She rolls her eyes.
This one's testing one of the suits I have here, and this one's keeping an eye on the one that's following Dynamo.
Thank you.
Ah, so the middle 2 screens are the ones you're actually paying attention to.
Yeah, that's where I'm going through the data I grabbed from Scorpion's computer. I need to verify a few things before tomorrow. Could take a while. There's a lot to go through.
I'll bet.
The second yawn isn't quite as stifled, and Victoria raises an eyebrow in my direction.
I'm sorry. Am I boring you?
Bro, I just ran through... Jesus Christ, Kara, what is that? I just ran through an entire underground hidden base following a superhero, and then was carried a bajillion feet into the air. I'm allowed to be a bit seepy.
No. I'm just a little wiped from the whole running for my life thing still.
True.
I'm kidding. Damn, you really are tired. I was expecting some kind of retort. Why don't you crash on the couch for a little? I'm gonna be tied up with this for a while anyway.
I glance at the couch with a nod as another yawn makes itself known. It does look awfully inviting.
Yeah, alright. That might be nice. But be sure to wake me if you need to tell someone that we're in. I could also bang on an unplugged keyboard and shout double hacking. You know, for moral support.
I love Stan.
Go get some sleep, dork. You're way less funny when you're drowsy.
Oh, come on, that was funny!
Who said anything about being funny? That's a Unix system, by the way. Thought you should know.
Victoria rolls her eyes again and tries to scoff, but it comes out as more of a snort. I can tell she's trying not to grin. I don't bother with such pretenses, smiling to myself all the way over to the sofa. Some rest really will be nice. I don't know how Victoria has the energy. Her night was just as long as mine was, and her morning was even more intense. She actually fought Scorpion, while I just fled from her. Then again, if her place's litter situations anything to go on, she does this all the time. A sweatshirt and a lone sock occupy my spot on the couch when I arrive, and I set them aside before flopping onto the cushions. A few moments later, I've kicked off my boots and removed my mask, though I pause before setting the latter aside, holding it up to the light. In a few days, I won't put this on again, will I? I exhale deeply. Not how I imagined my Saturday was going to go, but do I regret it? I spare a glance in Victoria's direction. She's staring intently at one of her monitors, twirling her hair as she thinks. Nah, can't say that I do. Let's go.
Yo, that room looks so
Yo.
much cooler in the dark.
This does look sick. My eyes open to the sight of stars peering down through the apartment skylight. At first I rub my eyes, wondering if my vision is just spotty, but even after that, they remain. Damn, I really was wiped. How was I out? With a groan, I ease myself upright and glance around. Though rationally I remember where I am, I still feel out of place waking up here. It's like part of a dream.
There he is. Now, are you waking up, or is this zombie Stan rising from the grave? Seriously, you sleep like a corpse, dude. Not a twitch.
Ugh, just been a long 24 hours. You know that.
True.
Not to mention someone made it worse by waking me at the ass crack of dawn.
Also true!
Well, how could I know that you're such an incoherent grump when you wake up? Besides, if I hadn't done that, you wouldn't even have that nice couch to nap on. So quit grumbling.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I shift into a sitting position and glance over at Victoria. She's sitting cross-legged on the floor nearby, an array of parts and tools scattered around her. She seems to be building or repairing something. Before I can see what it is, she casually moves it behind her back. I think about asking, but find myself more following a different train of thought.
I think you're the weird one with all this energy after the day we've had. Where's it coming from? Don't tell me you gave yourself an atomic heart or
Oh my god, Atomic Heart? Wait a minute. This
Bro, she's
predicted that
literally
game?
Tony.
Well, no, I was thinking like the game, Atomic Heart.
Well, no. Atomic Heart is referring to like Tony Stark's atomic heart.
I
Like,
mean, probably, yeah, but like, I was thinking of like the video game literally called Atomic Heart. Not only did this predict the Barbie movie, it also predicted that game that I think did not do very well. Also, Tony Stark. It predicted Tony
No
Stark.
way. Miss me with that cyborg stuff. That'd be hard enough even with a well-funded team, much less operating on myself like some kind of back alley cyberpunk surgeon.
see,
Tony Stark
literally
built this
referring
in a
to.
cave. I didn't say you were wrong. I thought of the game. I don't know why you're arguing with me.
I'm not.
You were.
Also, technically, a cybernetic heart wouldn't have anything to do with sleep, so...
Okay. Nerd.
Yes, well, technically, actually, indubitably, you're too intellectually superior for sleep.
Yes, and
Bro, he went full
Oh,
different
shut
accent too.
up.
That's
I'm
beautiful.
just used
that's
to
so
it.
good.
A good 4-ish hours of rest and a jug of caffeine is all I need to keep my engines purring.
That is not good for you.
That's gotta catch up to you sooner
Yeah.
or later, though, right?
Maybe, but I've got all my chips on later. As for now...
Victoria pops up from the floor, still concealing the item she was working on. Briefly, she tries to sweep the remaining tools and parts under the coffee table with her feet. It doesn't really work, but I pretend not to notice.
I hope you're feeling rested. Because I've got something cool to show you. Come on.
Okay. Victoria starts walking backwards, a spring in her step, and her hands hidden behind her back. She looks like she's fighting the urge to skip.
You're making me
Bro,
nervous with all this enthusiasm.
They're gonna like
Is this some
make
kind of
out.
prank?
I don't. Yeah, that's what the tool is, Cowrie. It's the makeout device. Good thinking.
No. Like she's gonna show him something cool, and she's gonna like maybe it's like some lights or some shit, and then she's gonna like kiss him.
Maybe.
Oh, come on! Would I ever deceive you? Actually, don't answer that.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Just get your butt over here. You'll like it. I promise.
She beckons me with one hand while the other continues to keep her surprise out of sight. With a sigh of resignation, I start to follow her across the room.
When we take down Madam Scorpion, Dynamo and I will do most of the heavy lifting. But there's still a good chance that you'll have to enter a combat situation.
Wait,
Or
she
at the
made him
very
a suit.
least,
She
you
made
need to
him a
defend
gun.
yourself. I know you've managed to, well, not get squashed like a bug for a long time, and that's all well and good. It's just, this time, you'll have to do a bit more than that if we're going to succeed.
We come to a stop in the apartment's home gym, its padded floor beneath our feet.
Is this leading to a sweet martial arts training montage? Because if so, I have a few suggestions for the soundtrack. What are your thoughts on synthwave post-punk?
Bro, every day I like Stan more and more.
What, in a
Yes.
day? Oh, hell no. Your footwork alone would take months to correct. You do this weird tippy-tap thing like an excited dog and, well,
The
it's
hell?
a mess down there. Sorry, that sounded too harsh. What I mean is that we don't have the time to upgrade your software. So instead, we're going to upgrade your hardware.
Okay, nerd.
Close your eyes.
Oh, the bug grabbing excuse! Let's go!
Yet another excuse to grab my butt. These are getting paper thin now, I've gotta tell ya. Paper thin.
Yeah, well, the excuses might be thin, but that ass sure isn't.
Hey, yo!
Yo, bro, we're basically dating her now.
Let's go!
Ha! I knew it! I knew you were tempted. Can't blame you. I put a lot of work into it. By work, I mostly mean sitting on it, but sometimes I do a squat or two.
Let's go.
Just shut up and close your eyes, doofus.
Bro, they're like a
Fine,
married couple.
fine.
I know. They're just like us.
True.
I close my eyes and let out a deep breath. I hear Victoria slowly step forward. She's close, maybe a step away when she finally stops. For a second, I hear and feel nothing but my own heartbeat. Then I feel her fingers graze the back of my left hand, hesitating for just a moment before gently grabbing it and guiding it upwards.
Hold your hand out, just like this, alright?
Okay.
All right.
Her hand moves to my wrist, and I hear the whir of machinery as something cold and heavy slips over my hand. Even through my glove, I can tell it's metallic. Victoria guides my arm through the mysterious object. By the time it stopped, Victoria's hand is on my elbow, and the metal object has enclosed my forearm.
You might feel a pinch.
Suddenly, the metal object clamps down tighter, but thanks to Victoria's assurance, I resist the urge to flinch. Much.
There. Okay, you can open your eyes.
Gone! I told you! I open my eyes to find Victoria smiling up at me, with one hand still steadying my left arm. It's now adorned in a futuristic half-gauntlet,
The
painted
art
white,
is so
blue,
cute.
and gold, shining Nova's colors. Her colors. I'll say this is adorable.
Bro, we should kiss her right now.
Bro, if there's an option,
Well, how does it feel?
let me shoot something.
Snug, but not too tight. Honestly, it's, well,
Perfect, right?
What's perfect is that smile.
Oh, there we go. I rotate my arm to inspect the other side, but the gauntlet doesn't shift or rattle. It's like a tailored suit.
yeah, perfect. How'd you do it?
I got your measurements while you were asleep, obviously.
Huh? That's wait a minute. That's
Right, obviously.
I'm not gonna question it. I turn my attention away from the gauntlet and look her in the eye.
Thank you, Victoria. I mean it.
You're welcome, Stan.
Kiss.
If there's an option, Cowrie. The silence hangs. Victoria opens her mouth to speak, but only a sharp breath comes out. 3 heartbeats pass before she finally tears her gaze away from mine, abruptly fussing over the gauntlet.
Anyway, this isn't just a piece of jewelry. Not only does it bring out your eyes, but it's got a lot of practical functionality.
Ooh.
Here.
Yo, does this
Let
confirm
me
that our
show
eyes are
you.
blue?
Or she's just joking. Either's very possible. She grasps the gauntlet in one hand and my bicep in the other, raising my arm so that it's aimed outward. The adjustment brings us closer, like we're practicing a dance instead.
First, always aim with your entire arm, not just your wrist or forearm, and try to bring it to eye level when you can. Like this. Now, when you're ready, quickly touch your thumb to your middle finger, then your ring finger.
What the hell? Okay.
Got it. Middle, ring.
As soon as I complete the motion, a small cannon emerges from the gauntlet, and I feel a device slide in my palm. I twitch a little in surprise, but Victoria steadies my hand.
Holy shit. Is this like one of yours?
It's closer to the one I had this morning than one on my suit, but it still packs a punch, so be careful. That mechanism in your palm is the trigger. When you don't need it, you can retract it with the same finger pattern.
Same pattern. That's middle finger, then ring finger.
Oh my god,
right?
there's gonna be there's likely going to be something later to remember that. Remember middle ring, Cowrie.
Okay.
I repeat the motion and the cannon retracts.
There you go, just like that. You're a natural.
She looks back at me, our eyes meet and the silence hangs once more. This time I lose count of the heartbeats that pass before either of us can break it.
Kiss.
There's more to show you.
I see all I need to see.
Right, yeah, of course.
We break eye contact and each take a step back. Come on, Stan.
So, this might be a weird thing to ask, but do you remember what we talked about during that
Man,
tour of
hopefully
Lord
we
Bedlam's
didn't
lair?
mess up and that wasn't like a love check or something.
We talked about a lot of stuff, didn't we? Did you mean something specific?
As we talk, I notice that Victoria has deliberately backed up several steps, though I'm not sure why.
Yeah, actually, it was near the start of the tour. You told me where you went to college, and then...
And then we talked about your writing hobby, right? I still think it's cool that you give that a
Cowrie!
go, even if it's out of your wheelhouse. And
Oh.
even if you use the word orbs to describe your character's eyes in our SNS game.
Oh, get over it. Eyes are round, orbs are round. It makes perfect sense.
The analogy. I mean, it was okay, but you gotta use it later. You have to start with eyes and then use similar things to bring to the similar context.
But anyway, do you remember the name of the book I tried writing? The really awful one?
Please don't make me choose.
Yeah, it had the name of a moon in it, right? Something like the Lost Princess of Europa?
Okay, thank God. As soon as the words leave my mouth, the gauntlet hums with energy, and then in a flash of light, a glowing blue shield bursts to life around it. That's the key word.
Oh my god.
Holy shit!
Holy shit indeed, Stan. I flail my arm out of instinct as if to shake the shield right off of it, but it's futile. It's attached to the gauntlet, much like Madame Scorpion's energy sword is attached to the tilt. In fact, it might be made of the same stuff. I move my arm up and down, examining the shield as it moves. It's semi-transparent and weightless, like a hologram. Cautiously, I reach out and give it a tap. It feels solid.
It'll take a lot more than that to get through. Trust me. You couldn't crack this thing with a 50 cal. I mean, it would knock you right on your ass, but it wouldn't get penetration. Should block Scorpion's sword, too.
God, we're gonna have to remember the Lost Princess of Europa. Cowdy, remember that.
Okay.
Just say those magic words, and presto! Instant protection. And if you say them again...
The Princess of Europa.
The shield retracts back into the gauntlet.
Wow, that's... I wasn't expecting it, but that definitely makes me feel a lot less, disposable.
I lowered the gauntlet and turned to Victoria. I can't believe she just whipped this up for me. Even if she had some spare equipment lying around to work with, it's impressive. More than that, it's just really nice. I open my mouth to say thanks, but Victoria stops me with a gesture.
Don't thank me yet. I have one last thing to show you.
Yo! Carrie, this could be your kiss. She
Just
slowly steps forward and reaches into her pocket. At first, I think it could be another gadget, but when her hand emerges, it appears to be a small slip of paper.
I know you don't really need this, but...
She continues to step forward until she's as close as she was when she was teaching me how to use the gauntlet. Closer, even. Only then does she show me what's on the slip. A slip of paper. A name tag with Stan written on it.
I figured it was appropriate.
She grins, peels off the name tag with a flourish, and places it on my chest, right over my henchman identification number.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Oh.
That's cute. My eyes move up from the name tag and stop on Victoria's. I don't even bother counting heartbeats this time, but I do notice that her hand hasn't left my chest.
I can't believe you
Grab
did all
it and kiss her.
And I really can't believe that you made the Princess of Europa the activation code for that shield.
No, Stan, don't say it. She laughs, a mixture of mirth and mischief.
Come on, I had to make something mildly embarrassing about it after all that "let me tell you something" rookie crap. Besides, that was really the first time we met. I mean, sure, we'd seen each other on the job, but that was when I felt like we met each other.
The lack of tranquilizers helped.
True.
Well, sure, but I usually don't talk about my writing hobby, and not just because it's, well, embarrassingly bad. It's just personal. Something that's mine as much as a secret identity. It helped turn me into who I am. But for some reason, I felt like I could talk about it with you, and you'd understand. Like we...
Kiss. Something special.
Do we... Okay. Letting her say it might be better, but that's risky. Because then she could back out.
Okay. No, here's what we do. We save right here, right?
Okay.
And then if we fuck up, we just go back to the
Okay.
save.
Normally I don't do it.
Shit.
Normally I don't do it, but if this is a back out situation, then sure, we'll load it.
Like we what?
Like, you and I have something. You know, a spark.
I feel that too.
Kiss.
Oh? Her eyes light up, her smile widens, and she lets out a small, breathy laugh that's as mirthful as is relieved.
I knew you would. Then, in that case, this is the part where you thank me for your gifts.
Kiss her. Kiss. Yes.
Oh, we got to try. I smile but say nothing. Instead, dude, if they fake out... Okay, I slip a hand around her waist and gently urge her closer. Her lips part, her breath catches, and something sparks behind those russet eyes. What little distance remains, we close together, and our lips meet in the middle.
Yes.
My eyes shut as I revel in the feeling. It's magnetic, like there's a jolt of electricity running through us that's pulling our bodies together, and we couldn't fight it if we wanted to.
Oh.
Even as my eyes open and we pull apart, I can feel its aftershock still pulsing through me.
How's that for a thank you?
It's a start.
Oh!
Oh. Oh.
Once more, that magnetic energy begins to pull us together.
Yo.
Wait.
Oh no! Suddenly, Victoria stops pressing her hand against my chest and shaking her head.
Whew. Okay. Alright. Just, give me a second.
Yo.
Actually, a little more than a second. Sorry.
Victoria gently pushed herself back and I let her go, my hand falling to my side.
Oh, sure. Of course.
Victoria steps away and we both take a deep breath. Shit, did I screw this up?
Alright. Okay. That was... wow. More than I expected.
Cowrie. Do we load and try to see if there's a better one? Or
No,
do we...
she seems into it. That's the thing.
Okay. We ball.
Sorry, my bad. I just felt something and...
No, I felt it too. I wanted that. I still want it.
Yo.
See? Yeah, bro. We
Closes her
we
eye and
gotta get
takes a
more.
deep breath, and when her eyes open, there's... Oh, look, here there I recognize. That patented shining Nova Resolve.
But for someone like me, my life isn't just about what I want. It hasn't been for years, and it may never be again. So I have to be careful about this kind of thing. I can't just jump in.
Alright. I understand. I respect it.
And that's not me making an excuse. It's just... well, it's just how my life is. It's how I am. I need to pause and evaluate.
Right, that does sound like you when you say it like that. Not that you'd ever know from your carefree, impulsive lifestyle. Seriously though, it's cool. I can pause for as long as you need. I'll even have a recap ready for when you get back.
yeah.
Aw.
It won't be that long, I promise. This isn't me stopping anything. Like I said, it's a start. I want this.
Ooh. Also, thank God I didn't want to have to turn the game off. I didn't want to have to stop stream. She grins mischievously and folds her hands behind her back, reluctantly sliding further away.
But for tonight, why don't you try getting the hang of that gauntlet while I go prep for tomorrow? Okay?
Okay,
I wave the gauntlet around a little and shrug.
I guess some practice would be good. I'd rather not blast my face off with this thing.
I'd rather you didn't either. That would definitely affect our evaluation.
Yeah? By now, Victoria's backed up all the way to the door to her bedroom. She reaches for the handle.
Victoria, I wanted to.
She smirks.
I know.
Ooh.
Good night, Stan.
With that, she steps into her room and closes the door. I take a deep breath and rub my temple. Damn, she is something. I shake my head to get rid of the butterflies. Ball's in her court now. I just need to give her some space. Maybe figure out how to use this gift of hers while I'm at it. Come on, Stan, pull it together. You'll have all night to dream. Right now, you should just get to work. And work I did, practicing my aim and wielding the gauntlet shield until late into the night. Okay, I I was so worried they were gonna have a quick time event or something for practice. I was so scared. Under normal circumstances, I probably wouldn't stay up so late, but the conversation I have with Victoria just keeps playing over and over again in my head. Even after such a long day, her words and her smile power me forward with an energy I didn't know I had. I've got to get this right. For her. I don't bother checking the time when I finally collapse back on the couch, and before I can set an alarm, I'm fast asleep.
I think
More.
this has been the best chapter yet.
I mean, look, the swords and spells one was pretty good, but this one's also pretty good. Morning comes and the rosy fingers of dawn reach out and slap me right across the face. So despite my late night, I'm up early yet again. In hindsight, I really should have asked Victoria if her windows have any blinds. Luckily, my nap seems to have made the difference, and by the time I've devoured another bowl of heroes and taken a shower, I find myself fully energized. Not to mention a little less pungent. I pull the shirt Victoria left me over my head as I exit the bathroom. It's a lot more comfortable than my uniform. I'm not sure why it says Postboy on it. Must be a brand. Postboy. Hold on. Give me just a second. I'm sorry. Yeah, hold on. I was right. That is a Dragon Ball reference. That's the shirt Piccolo wears when doing the the driver's license thing.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious. Here, Carrie. I'll put
Show
it.
me the pic.
I'll put it in the chat. Yeah, that's the.
Oh my. Oh.
That's hilarious. Okay. Look, nerd emoji. I did know that was Dragon Ball from the start because I was like, Postboy. That's a Dragon Ball thing.
See, I was expecting it to be like a reference to like some actual name brand.
Right. Which I guess the Dragon Ball one could be, and this is a reference to that. But that's awesome. I thought it was Krillin, but
Nah, see, that's definitely some shit Piccolo would wear.
well, he did. He did. I mean, that's.
Hey, nice shirt.
I jump in surprise, nearly tripping over myself as I turn to face Miss Dynamo, who is leaning against a nearby wall. Out of instinct, I take a cautious step backwards. I can't blame you, Stan.
Easy there, sunshine. No need to be so jumpy.
Well, you did, threaten me last time.
Isn't there? Because yesterday.
Yeah.
Well.
What about yesterday?
Oh. We gotta be honest with her, right? She literally threatened us.
Yeah.
You threatened me, remember?
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's why I'm jumping.
So that's really it then? You're over it? I'm not gonna turn my back and get stuffed into a mailbox when I least expect it?
Okay, well this isn't Edna and Eddie, Stan.
Only for fun, not spite. I save my real blacklist for people who do the wrong thing on purpose, like a certain arachnid. As long as you do the best you can and stay true to you, your ass will be postage free.
That's good.
Just don't go thinking it's because you're special or anything. I forgave Captain Commander, and he tried to impale me with a flagpole when he was being mind controlled. Nova just really trusts you, that's all.
Well, okay, he was being mind controlled though. Wait a minute. That seems like not his fault.
I've run through brick walls for that little nerd, even when she didn't want me to. So if you let her down, it won't be a mailbox or dumpster you end up in.
Oh.
It'll be a volcano.
Pretty sure that's like against your hero's code or whatever.
Oh, good. That's reassuring.
That's just what a budding relationship needs, I think. The looming threat of someone with godlike powers sending me straight into the Earth's core if it doesn't go well. Better keep things discreet for now. Yeah, let's keep things discreet for now.
So maybe you can settle this. Is his name...
Oh, see, Captain Commander was what he called himself before being mind controlled. Now he's Captain Commodore. That's where all the confusion comes from.
I feel like Captain Commander's also a reference. Hold on. Oh, that's right. There's the Capcom game Captain Commando.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like there's something where it's like Captain something, and it was like I couldn't think of what it was.
Yeah, Captain Commando is probably it. I don't know if the Captain Commodore thing is a reference, but
Or wait, was it the other one?
Oh, hey, you're here early.
Victoria steps out of her room with a laptop and an overstuffed binder, which she places on a nearby table.
Hey, I'm always punctual, ain't I?
Only if we're going by Dynamo Standard Time. Seriously, did you just come here to intimidate Stan again?
No, we just had a nice chat. In fact, we're getting along famously, ain't we, Sunshine?
Before I can respond, I hear a whoosh and feel a finger poke the side of my head. Even a teasing tap like that sends me stumbling, and by the time I've recovered, Dynamo is propped up against a pillar, grinning impishly.
Yeah, like a secret lair on fire.
Okay, no, see, it's definitely Captain Commando because it was released on the Commodore.
I see. Okay, that was gonna be a question I had, was if it was on the Commodore like 64, but I was like, nah, that doesn't sound right to me. Guess it was true though. Okay. I never played that game actually. I should stream that. It looks fun. It's like a beat 'em up, isn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah. I like
Good!
beat-em-ups.
I knew you two could learn to coexist.
Sure,
And how about our other friend? Did he behave himself?
Yep, just followed me around in his usual creepy silence.
Well, robots do be doing that sometimes. Dynamo jerks a thumb over in the direction of Victoria's workbench, where the shiny Nova suit that had left with her yesterday stands like a statue.
Don't tell me you're gonna get on me about giving it a voice too.
Yes!
Gotta admit, it might be useful.
Yes!
And awesome. Just imagine, you're out in the field, and suddenly... Listen, you're looking right schmick out there. But me power's at 50 bloomin' %, so be a mite and give me a charge, yeah?
Hit him with the J's.
Or
He really
how
did
about
go
a Russian
full on
one? No,
Jace.
Scottish.
What, Carrie?
I said he really did go full on Jace right
He
there.
did,
Yeah.
he did. Crush a ball!
You know, I think you two might be worse when you're working together. And my suit won't be getting a voice no matter what the accent is. At least not until we've taken care of the matter at hand.
Oh, man.
I think I finally got a winning plan that's going to take down Scorpion, but it's going to take a lot of work from all of us.
Oh,
So
not
focus
me.
up. Though first, I need some coffee. Stan, would you mind helping me with that?
Sure.
Victoria heads to the kitchenette and I follow. Dynamo raises a suspicious eyebrow, but doesn't object. As Victoria fills up her coffee maker with water, I grab a pair of mugs.
So, about last night. I'm still, evaluating, but I don't regret it. I just want you to know that.
Let's go. Okay, we don't go with the middle one. Again, I feel like the bottom one's almost always the risky one. That's like the joke answer.
Yeah, I'd say I don't either.
You think so? I would probably say the bottom one, to be honest.
Good, because I don't either.
Oh, I can tell. You've got a little pep in your step.
Does PEP net me any points in the evaluation? Because if so, I've got more where that came from.
Yo.
I can neither confirm nor deny the inner workings of the process, but we'll see. Just let's try to keep this to ourselves for now, okay? I promise we'll talk more later, but for
no,
now,
that's fair.
there's still a lot to do, and
Okay, dialogue box set. I did not say army military. Don't know where that came from. But no, I mean that's fair.
Yeah, take it slow.
Yeah. unlike the army military. She casts a knowing
Exactly.
glance in Dynamo's direction, and I nod in understanding.
Yeah, I get it. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere.
Unless we die. Soon enough, the coffee is ready, and we return from the kitchenette to find Dynamo picking up one of Victoria's workbenches and setting it gently down in the middle of the apartment. What are you... Apparently, this is a standard procedure because Victoria doesn't even acknowledge it. She just sets about getting her laptop hooked up to something and spreading the sheets of paper from her binder across the table. So with a shrug, I grab a stool and sit across from Dynamo, though I use both hands. Not long after, Victoria's activated a holographic display of some kind, though it's looking a little cluttered.
I swear, you've always got 1,000 tabs open.
Uh-oh.
Because I always have a lot to
Bro.
do, okay? There's a system.
She accidentally came across or something.
What?
She definitely came across something.
Okay.
There's always a system.
Victoria clears her throat and hastily clears the display, leaving only images of Lord Bedlam, Madam Scorpion, and Lord Bedlam's lair.
Anyway, let's recap the situation. Scorpion Group's latest product, the Henchman mobile app, was rolled out to 22 low-grade supervillains since it went into beta this summer. The latest being Lord Bedlam. Each of those supervillains engage in heists at server farms and data science facilities across the globe, just weeks after enrolling in the app. Bedlam was no exception, but when we intervened...
Bitchface Supreme showed up
So
personally
true.
to get in the way.
So true, bestie. Bitchface Supreme.
Yes, Madam Scorpion countered in person. That told us 3 things. 1, there was more to this than an app. 2, whatever it was, she had to be close to her goal to show her hand like that. And 3, there was something special about Lord Bedlam.
I'm sorry, time out. Did you say there was something special about Lord Bedlam? The same Lord Bedlam that robbed a pet store last month.
Bro, you need that dog food. Also, this is one long chapter.
That's exactly what I said, which is why Little Miss Super Spy over here decided to investigate in person.
After doing a little financial sleuthing, of course.
She gestured at some of the papers that are spread across the table. Receipts, tax information, all leading to Lord Bedlam.
That's how I knew he was building something. I just didn't know what or where.
What?
Luckily,
She found
Scorpion
his
was using
receipts?
Henchman to reload his roster, and
Brother went
you
to-
know the rest.
Where did he leave his receipts?
Brother went to Home Depot, left the receipt there.
Right. So she used him to build the world's largest, most evil custom PC in existence. She stole a bunch of data, and she's crowdsourcing henchmen. How is it all connected?
I wasn't sure either. Not until I was around her long enough to confirm something about her. Remember that important little detail I told you yesterday morning?
God, that was yesterday. It was her powers or something, right? Because like she can learn from touch or something.
Her powers?
Exactly. These are all tools that she can use in perfect harmony with her own superhuman abilities. Before I was able to see her operate up close, the idea of her cerebral superprocessing was just a theory. Most of her abilities were. She rarely steps into the limelight, and when she does, she leaves a smokescreen.
And a stench. But you're right. I've taken her on more than anyone, and I still can't nail down exactly what she's capable of.
Until last night, you mean?
Exactly. It may have been a simple game of spells and swords, but she couldn't resist the temptation to show her dominance, even if it tipped her hand.
Maybe she thought it wouldn't matter as long as she killed you before you could act on it.
Possibly. She does like her opponents to know when they're beaten. In any event, when you take her power into account, things begin to make sense.
True. With a few taps on her keyboard, Victoria starts flipping through more images on the hologram of other villains and their lairs from across the world. Soon, they all show up on a map.
The data that Lord Bedlam and the other villains in the Henchman beta program stole is on these servers on a private network, which she can connect to through...
Scorpions! No. I want to be joking, but this is Victoria's serious time.
Yeah.
The Henchman app.
Bingo! Not only does it give her a mercenary army of henchmen to use at will, it also gives her direct access to her network at thousands of locations around the world.
True.
As long as a phone with HenchCan installed is nearby, she can connect and put her cerebral super processing into overdrive. It'll be like she's a chess supercomputer on steroids. She'll be impossible to outmaneuver.
Well, if we can't outsmart her, then we'll just have to overpower her.
That's okay.
I'm not sure that'll be an option either. If she can make her calculations fast enough... Well, we can't let it come to that. That's why the three of us are putting a stop to it tomorrow.
You mean the two of you are stopping it while I get you water bottles and orange slices, right? Look, I said I'd help, but this sounds nuts. And it's like I said when you asked why I became a henchman. I'm just here to clock in and clock out. Being a henchman was just a job. I took it for the paycheck. When it went too far, I quit. That's it. I didn't gain superpowers or suddenly find my calling. I don't see what I bring to the table here. If Scorpion's got all this
You got
going
knowledge,
for her,
brother.
what the hell can I do to help you stop her?
You know the building.
I'm getting to that, but you really need to stop selling yourself short. You might not have found a calling yet, but that doesn't mean you aren't good at anything. I've seen it myself. There's plenty you can help with.
All right. So, what sort of help am I providing then?
Like I said, I'm getting to that.
Victoria clears the holographic display and brings up a map of the secret lair. It's not complete, but it's accurate. She probably made it while she was undercover.
If the escape hatch in the cafeteria isn't on any existing maps of the lair, then it's in her power's blind spot. That means she may not have found it yet.
A dot appears in the cafeteria's loading bay, followed by the word Alpha.
So, our Alpha team will enter there, but only after our Beta team has forcibly entered through a more visible entrance here.
Okay, so I think I understand who's in the Alpha, who's in the Beta. A dot appears in the main chamber, marked as Beta.
Beta's goal is to destroy all the transports. What are they called again, Stan?
Bedlamcopters.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty crap, man.
Seriously? Well, they can't be that dangerous if they're named after that dweeb.
But they can still fly, so we need to neutralize them to prevent any escapes. Luckily, their exit in the roof of the chamber is a perfect entryway for an airborne incursion. Beta Team's job is to bust through that exit, destroy or disable the, Bedlam copters, and then engage the inevitable reinforcements. Meanwhile, Alpha Team will covertly enter through the cafeteria and fight its way to the supercomputer chamber.
Oh god, I think I understand. I think I actually fully know who's on what team. A swarm of red X's move from across the base to the main chamber, while a green line winds its way through the halls until it reaches the supercomputer.
Once there, Alpha Team will upload a malware package to the supercomputer that should get the whole network stuck in a loop. At least, I hope. I just finished it last night, so testing hasn't been robust. But if it works, then it should give us a chance to incapacitate Madame Scorpion and escape.
That's what I like to hear. Only problem is... why is my team Beta Team? I should be Alpha Team this time! That's bullshit!
How do you know you're Beta Team? I never said you were.
It's the Smash Shit Team, and the other one is Sneaky Cybercode Team. It's not hard to do the math.
Fine, you're right. Alpha Team is Stan and I, and you're...
Just say Dynamo for God's sake.
Okay, you're just Dynamo then. But one other thing, and don't be mad. If Scorpion shows up, you briefly engage, and then retreat.
What? Why?
Because until we take down that system, she's too dangerous. And she's fought you before. In fact, she's gone out of her way to fight you. It sets off alarm bells, like she's counting on your interference.
So what? I can take her. Even with that nanotech or whatever she's got pumped into her,
Nanomachine,
she's
son.
not as strong as me.
You can't hurt me, Jack.
And I'm sure she knows that, but she avoided me and attacked you at the data science lab anyway. Something's not right about it. Just promise to play it safe. Please?
Ah, don't give me the puppy look. Fine. I'll be careful, alright?
Good. Then that leaves Stan and I as Alpha Team.
Wait a minute. No, she gotta make a big deal about Beta Team. We can make a big deal about Alpha Team.
Not really feeling Alpha Team. What about something like Sabotage Squad, or at least Alpha Force?
Yeah, Alpha Force. The A Team.
Both taken and probably cursed. They go through members so fast that at one point the Sabotage Squad was one chick with a baseball bat and
Oh
a
my
Jersey
god,
accent.
Suicide Squad
It was a whole
reference.
thing.
That's hilarious. I wonder if the other one was an A-Team reference.
It might have been.
Personally, I think you should go with Hench and Wrench.
Ooh, actually, that's kind of sick. That's kind of sick.
That's beautiful.
And that's exactly why you never get to come up with the names.
No, that's kind of good, though.
Anyway, that covers the high-level plan. If it goes smoothly, I'll handle the malware activation myself. But just in case, you'll both have backup drives. They'll be plug and play, but a little slower than if I hook in directly. Any questions?
There's gotta be.
Do we have any
reinforcements,
reinforcements?
right? Like, you didn't just like you called. Like you're part of an organization. You definitely called some of them, right?
No, it's just us.
What?
We can't risk spooking her or giving away what we know. If this doesn't work, I can bring in the NWHA, but
What, brother? I thought we were doing this. We were stopping this here and now.
But our girl lines that helmet with tinfoil, if you know what I'm saying.
planning and strategy aren't paranoia. I just have
A system. I know.
Victoria shuts off the hologram and exhales before gesturing to the paper scattered across the table.
Anyway, I printed out some additional intel for you guys to take a look at. I need to tune up Kepler, but just
The hell
holler
is
if anything
Kepler?
else comes up.
It's a reference to the scientist.
Okay.
Homework? On printed paper? You're killing me, Victoria.
Why do you draw the line at printed paper? What the hell?
And if you're not prepared, Scorpion might actually kill you, so quit whining. We leave from here at 5:35 tomorrow morning, so we don't have much time. But if we work together and follow the plan, I know we'll succeed.
Hell yeah. It's not exactly the Gettysburg Address, but something about Victoria's words motivates me all the same. And while Dynamo continues to protest, I find myself gathering up a few sheets and getting to work. Maybe it's the very fact that it's not a grand call to arms that I find so effective. I'm not being commanded into battle. I'm being talked to like an equal, even though I know I'm really not. The three of us split off into different corners of the apartment, and time flies as we set about preparing. Victoria works quickly on her suit, and I do my best to memorize her reports. Okay. I gotta be honest. Yes, the studying's really good here, but I feel like more time dedicated to, hey, Miss Dynamo, I want to see if I can shoot you while you're flying around. You know, trying to get like the aim on this self-defense weapon pretty good.
True.
Maybe it's just me. Eventually, Miss Dynamo flies off. Ostensibly, it's to go on patrol for a while to throw another red herring out there. But I don't think that fools Victoria. Based on how she shrugged it off, she probably expected it. Yo, nighttime again. It's the kissing hours.
It's the kissing hours.
When my eyes start to hurt from reading, I wash my uniform, stuff some cereal down my gullet, and practice more with the gauntlet Victoria gave me while she puts her suit through its paces. At first, the weightlessness of the shield threw my brain off for a loop, but I'm getting the hang of it now. As much as I can get the hang of anything with all these butterflies in my stomach. Some of them are from what awaits me tomorrow, but the rest are blue, white, and gold. Yeah, baby. Should I say anything? No, I said I'd give her time, and I meant it. Tomorrow's important. I shouldn't distract her with something like that. But tomorrow's uncertain, too. What if I embarrass myself or mess things up and the electricity of the moment is gone? What if we already lost it and I haven't realized it yet? What if...
Sam!
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ!
I jump and nearly smack myself in the head with my shield as I turn to face the intruder, who turns out to be Victoria in her full shiny Nova regalia. I let out a sigh of relief and verbally detach my shield.
What's wrong? Having a painful flashback to the day we met?
Something like that. Sorry, I was spaced out. Is it dark outside? When did that happen?
Victoria's suit cracks open and she steps out. She wipes a lock of hair out of her eyes and stretches out her shoulder. Light catches the glint of sweat on her skin and that glint of whiskey in her eyes. I'm staring, I know, but this time I don't try to hide it.
Still early, but you must really be in orbit if you missed the sun setting. Is something on your mind?
No, maybe? Open my mouth to reply, but hesitate halfway there. No, that's too direct, isn't it? I shake my head and hold up the gauntlet.
Oh, you know, just this gift of yours. Still trying to get used to it and... who am I kidding?
Stand dull. I pull the gauntlet off and set it aside, taking in a sharp breath. I turn to face Victoria. This time I don't stop myself.
Victoria, I...
Need a break? Good, me too. In fact, that's why I came to check on you.
Before I can respond, she grabs my hand and pulls me forward. Wait, is she stepping back into the suit? Hold on.
Let's get a breath of fresh air.
No, God, no, wait.
Whoa!
Wait.
Holy
Bro, we're
shit!
gonna go flying.
Oh, God. Suddenly, my feet leave the ground and we're rocking upwards. My eyes are forced closed as the cold night air whips across my face, and my stomach drops so fast it's as though it's nearly been left behind entirely. Then just my heart feels like it can't beat any faster. The roar of the thrusters quiet and our pace slows until at last it feels like we've come to a stop.
The way you said the thrusters sounded like the thrusters, so I
The
started thinking
thrusters?
the Vinky.
The thrusters? I still don't feel anything beneath my legs. For a moment they flail in reflexive panic, but then a voice soothes my nerves and opens my eyes.
Just relax.
Oh.
I've got you.
Oh.
You okay?
Hold on, I have a concern. She's not holding on to us. Oh wait, no, she has her hands slightly, I think. I do not feel safe in this situation based on this image.
Yeah, actually. Are you? You're looking, a little exposed.
Of course I am. I'm still in the driver's seat. I just cracked the window a little.
So you've done this before.
Oh, hell no. This is
Bro,
a first.
more kiss?
Maybe, huh?
It does seem
Yo,
a
are
little
we gonna get
risky
like a little
for you.
CG of them kissing?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Yeah, but I want to take risks with you.
Yo? I didn't notice that we'd pulled so close. Our lips meet and all my senses are overwhelmed by that surge of electricity, even more potent than before. Puns, relationships are built on trust. If you don't trust them to keep you up thousands of feet in the air with no parachute, then it ain't love. Shoot, you're right. Look, it's not that I don't trust Victoria. It's that this image does not make it seem very good. When at last we part, we don't need to speak. For a long moment we just hold close to each other, floating silently amongst the stars.
It's peaceful up here. With you.
Oh, Carrie, I think this might be a save moment.
Oh.
This might be a save moment.
Yeah, we should save.
We'll put it over this one again. Do it in the air! Yeah, you're right. Let's make a new one.
Yeah, but let's make it even riskier.
Alright. Look, the X is up here. I'm gonna keep it up here just in case. And this VOD will be removed if anything happens.
Oh my god, what? No. Cracking a window is one thing, but...
Huh? I meant let's fly around a little more. What did you... You didn't think. Oh, wow. Damn, you really bring it on a second date.
Don't you try to turn this around? How else was I supposed to take that?
Nah, to be fair, I think that's exactly what all of us meant it.
Hey baby, let's get even riskier. You're the freaky one here.
Maybe I am.
I don't know. I feel like it would make perfect sense for a shining beacon of justice like yourself to have a side like that.
Okay, here's the question. What was the other option? Was to compliment her eyes, I believe.
Yeah.
Should we go with that, or do we want to go with the funny sex joke?
I think we go with the funny because it fits
Alright.
their dynamic.
All right, that's fair. We go to horny jail? No, we're innocent beings over here.
Superhero in the streets? Freak in the...
Ayo.
Alright, you asked for it.
No! Victoria flares her engines and we streak through the starry sky. Our pace is fast at first, but slows down as we both become distracted, lazily bobbing and weaving through clouds as we grow more entangled. By the time we touch down, our hearts are hammering, and by the time we finally collapse in her bed. We're drenched in sweat and panting from exhaustion. It's not a night either of us will forget. Hey, sounds like sounds like me after, am I right? Oh man.
I think
Let's
there's
go.
a little bit of missing context for the in-between right
feel
there.
I feel like I might have streamer mode on accident. Started a romance! Let's go! Into the breach.
That was the best chapter yet.
That was so good. Very funny also.
Look at that! The ground didn't even crack. I told you I could do a stealth dive from that height.
Jesus Christ. Alright. That was really good. Really good episode. Also extremely horny, but we're not complaining about that. Am I right, everybody? I don't think we are.
Definitely not.